Ever wonder how Davenport looked in the 1800s? Well, you can walk back in time through some historic postcards. Collector Doug Smith joins us now with a look through his new book, and you can learn more about it. And coming up, we're going to tell you about a website that Doug has. But first, let's talk about these postcards that are just a snapshot of days gone by in Davenport, and you've put a book together. Tell us a little bit about the postcards and where they come from in the first place and the history of these.
Well, Marcia, I was born and raised in Davenport, so it's probably my favorite pastime to collect photographs, stereo views, and postcards of Davenport in the good old days.
Okay, the difference is there's a postcard that went through the mail, then there's a stereo view that was used with this interesting looking viewer that's got magnifying glass and an eyepiece.
Right, that's called a stereoscope. The most interesting views that I've been able to find are stereo views. They came out in 1840, but the ones that I'm finding from Davenport are 1870s, 1880s. And when they asked me to do this book, I asked them if they would mind if I put in stereo views in the first chapter. That way we can see back a little farther in time.
Okay, well, let's take a look at some of these postcards that you've brought and stereo views that are featured in your book to just give us an idea of what people can enjoy with this book. Now, what is this scene?
This is a picture looking up Brady Street Hill.
Really?
The runners are going to be this Saturday. They'll be running up that hill. And this is about 1870 from 5th Street. Television wasn't invented yet, so you won't see your
station
studio there.
That's right.
But this is the original City Hall over here with the tower.
And this is a stereo view, correct?
Right. And you can see the tracks up Brady Street of the horse-drawn trolley. They had 6 miles of track at that time, and it went out to the fairgrounds, which is now Vanderveer Park.
Okay, and now there's 2 shots. Are these done to make it look three-dimensional where they're slightly different?
Yes, a stereo view camera took 2 photos about the place where your eyes are at. So then they mounted the 2 pictures on cardboard, and you put them in the stereo view and focused it, and your eyes brought depth to it and made it look like a 3-dimensional picture. So
in the 1800s, that is just amazing that they had that kind of invention.
Right, and you can see this Davenport streets when they were made of dirt, and it's just fascinating.
Well, let's see some more.
Okay, this is the second high school in Davenport. This is the first building that was ever made as a high school. There was a high school before this one, but it had been another facility before they made it a high school.
But this is still not, is this Central or?
The students went from this school to Davenport Central in 1908.
This was a preview to that then.
Right.
Okay. And this is... Can I guess? I'm trying to guess and I just can't.
This is Camp Kinzer or Camp Roberts. It was, for a couple of years, they used it to train the Civil War soldiers. And they really didn't use it very much. And when Annie Wittenmeyer and some other ladies were trying to put together an orphanage, the land and the buildings were donated to them.
Do these buildings still exist today then?
No, they don't.
Oh, okay.
So another interesting part is seeing things that are no longer here.
Okay, do you have a postcard in this group?
We're getting to them.
Well, we're running out of time, so I was just curious of what those look like as well.
Sure, this is a picture of the Colonel George Davenport home before it started to deteriorate. And then this is a real photo postcard of the home about 1900 when no one had been living there and it was really deteriorated.
On Arsenal Island.
Right.
Yeah. That's really neat. And all of these are featured in your book that you have published, and this is what the book looks like. If you're interested, how can we get this book?
Well, it's available in all the bookstores and Walgreens, and if people would like an autographed copy, they can get it from my website.
Lots of pictures in there. Thanks, Doug, for letting us know about this and telling us a little bit about Davenport history.
Sure.
And as you saw there, Doug's website, so you can get a hold of it.